Hello everyone, I am Tacit and welcome to the Gems of War Campaign 9, Week 10, Day 7, of course, with Week 10, Day 7 being said. Today is the last several hours, 7 hours remaining, to do anything related to the campaign. Pretty sure most people who wanted to do anything with it has done it by now. However, if you have not, you have 7 hours left. And of course, main thing would be the Sparkinator, as far as the final reward there. Or about the really big pack, the Power Orb. More so the Sparkinator. And all the other stuff along the way. Well, mostly Sparkinator. Anyways, of course we covered a video on that the other day. It's a pretty bad mythic, but it's still, like, usable. If nothing else, it's the best way to apply bomb gems into the board. Though that's not necessarily a good thing. Because they're basically just weaker Uber Doom Skulls. In most situations. Anyways, so we're going to be going over all the spoilers for the week, as well as, oh wait, let me make this not full screen. I had it earlier, and now it's, looks weird. There we go. Okay, that looks better now. Anyways, that looked really weird on my end. But anyways, so let's go and go over the weekly spoilers. So first things first, new trip that we have going on tomorrow comes with a bunch of brown yellow arcanes for only 200 glory each, so great time to be stocking up. 12 mana cost, gains a bunch of armor and barriers itself. If a storm is active, it barriers all other allies. So it's basically a weaker version of Dragonian Monk. Is basically what that is. It is still 4 times barrier for 12 mana though. Though it requires storm, but it's any storm, it doesn't have to be a specific color. It also starts with Light Storm, which is interesting. Aside from that, it has the same reduction as the mythic that came out, the Sparkinator. It's basically Sparkinator, but barrier. No. Actually, it kind of is, though, because isn't Sparkinator like blue, brown, yellow? It's basically just him without bomb gems, though with way less of an armor gain, obviously. But it is barrier. But yeah, he's okay. Comparatively to the mythic, he's not too much worse. So is that going for it? But yeah, it's pretty much never going to be used. But it's okay. Dragonian Monk's going to be better in almost every situation. However, we do have a new cool legend coming out. 16 mana costs, blue, purple. Purple, yellow. Has pretty cool troop art, so it's probably useless. It deals damage to all enemies, boosted by yellow gems at a boost ratio that is not disclosed, because they never mention it. It is a boost ratio of 2 to 1. So for every yellow gem on the board, it does 1 additional damage to all enemies. Okay. That's not too bad. And then it blesses all yellow allies. So basically, that's a 4 times cleanse to your team on yellow day. And it conjures a light storm on my turn. Oh, hold up. Oh, this is really good. Hold up. Wait. We have a second way to do that now. So one thing to note, isn't this the first double storm? I'm pretty sure this is the first double storm that ever exists in the game. Not as in 2 different colors at once, but I mean the same color twice. Because we already have a way to do Yellow Storm. It is a Stormcaller class from the same location. So this is a bit weird, because you're never actually going to use this with Stormcaller, because they both have a redundancy in the fact that they have Yellow Storm. However, there are a lot of instances where you might not want to run Stormcaller, where you would want to run this. Because this is basically Perpetual Yellow Storm if you want Cleanse. So this is actually really good. So hey, it's not useless. But yeah, it's basically an okay AoE option that cleanses your entire team while keeping them cleansed, while having Perpetual Yellow. Are you Divine? I assume, yeah, Divine Strix. Okay, perfect. And you can use it into a Divine team. Only issue with that is it's kind of clunky for both. Like, obviously there's a lot of Divine Yellows, but also a lot of Yellow Strix. But Strix already have the Perpetual Yellow, so it's not necessarily going to need it for that. And then Divines have Divine Ishbala, which is a blue-purple, so it conflicts with that. I don't know, we'll have to see exactly how this pans out. It definitely has potential, though, to be pretty good. My only concern is that it has, like, complete overlap with, like, every other useful color thing that would be under either Divine or Strix. But as far as what it is ability-wise, it's actually not bad. Everything it has. A 4 times Bless, Perpetual Yellow, and an okay AoE. Also, we're getting Doom Sai. Of course, we have a Doom all next week, as is the in-between week between the campaigns. It deals damage to the last enemy. It's just a stagger type. I already saw earlier, it's a pretty useless weapon type. All the daggers are going to be similarly useless, so it's just the yellow version of such weapon. But yeah, best thing we're getting next week is the event key legend. Would definitely advise getting it. It's actually not that bad. Be interesting to see how it pans out. We even need to cover a video on it. It is relevant enough to actually cover a video on. I don't always do it for new legends, but there are some that have enough of impact where it works out. Hey, we got gems today on the other thing. Anyways, so as far as other things that we have going on this week, that is of course not the only thing. We have a few others. This Tuesday we're going to be having a, well, obviously the Monday and weekly event thing is for Strix. It's for Suncrest, Suncrest Kingdom. The one with all the Strix residing in it. We do have Tower of Doom going on, which is a mode we only see once every 11 weeks these days. Of course, that mode ends up giving us the new weapon, as well as a chance to get more of those Dooms, specifically of the yellow variety. As far as the Tuesday faction, it is for the Stonesong area. Wait. Yeah, Stonesong area, which are the Harpy ones are. That's a pretty good one. Quite a few drops. Unfortunately, this isn't a weekend one, so we're not getting anything new there, because that would actually be a pretty interesting one to see something new from. There's quite a few factions where one more extra troop would be, like if it was thematically based on everything else in the area, it'd be pretty decent. Because there's actually quite a few things in this faction that aren't useless. And having another troop there, especially of the epic variety, because the other epic's really good. It's Harpy Mage. It's among one of the better mana accumulators in the game. Which is saying something given how many good mana accumulators are. Because it's one of the few mass mana accumulators that also has a storm attached to it, specifically Brown Storm. This used to be used a lot more. Obviously, Barrier Brown hero classes, a pretty decent combination with it. But yeah, it's definitely not bad. Anyways, as far as pet rescue, we have Mini Moa, which is that little crow-looking thing, or not crow, whatever it is, like a rooster. It just gives bonus to Strix. On Thursday, we're going to be having the class event for Stormcaller, which I guess is technically slightly less relevant now that we have Perpetual Yellowstorm off of a troop. However, it's still a pretty decent hero class that will still be used for Perpetual Yellowstorm. It really just depends now if you're going to be using the hero class or the new troop, whereas before you would have just always used the, hero class because there was only one option. But starting next week, there is an alternative to running Stormcaller, which technically means Stormcaller is now weaker. Not because it is any weaker, but because there's a direct alternative to running it. And as we've been mentioning for a while, June 10th is indeed a Vault Weekend, and it has not been changed. This we kind of already knew about for about a month and a half now. However, yeah, it's still going on, so that's pretty cool. Also, if I'm not mistaken, we can actually see a little bit further. Can we see when the next Friday faction is? No. I don't think we can. That's unfortunate. Let me control find faction. There it is. Actually, we can. Next weekend faction is on July 1st. So right before July 4th there. But anyways. And it is for Crypt, which we saw earlier that it would be. I'm not sure if we had an exact date, but we did see earlier that it would be Crypt. A little bit weird that's skipping Hall of Guardian, so it might not necessarily be going out in release order. But Crypt is the third faction ever to be added to the game. Theoretically second if you count All Seeing Eye and Hall of Guardians as one simultaneously, because they were. So theoretically it was the second new one to ever be added, but the third total one to be added, if that makes any sense. So maybe that's why they have it as the second one. I have no clue. But then that means they're going to skip Hall of Guardians completely then, if that's the case. But I don't know, we'll have to see. But yeah, we'll be getting another Crypt one. Crypt could definitely use something. Lady Moran is kind of good, has that one Empower, but beyond that, the rest of the kingdom's pretty bad, or the rest of the faction. So it'll be interesting to see if that gets anything. That's still a while away. Anyways, so let's go and start doing things. So I guess we'll just clear out anything we still have to clear out throughout the week. I'm pretty sure we already have this finished. Bounty Hunter, if you haven't finished it, definitely make sure to do so. However, this we already finished on day 1. We finished it in under an hour, or pretty much an hour. And you can do that off of tier 5 if you want to get all rewards. And of course, there's a leaderboard too that you generally don't have to go too much further, though then again, gosh, is that a tier 6 multi-way tie? I assume that's max score tier 6. So yeah, you actually have to go pretty deep to end up doing that, because I'm pretty sure that's tier 6. I highly doubt that's tier 5. But yeah, we don't need to touch anymore since we're not going for any amount of leaderboard. As far as our daily thing here, only gems is worth it, so we'll grab ourselves a little bit of gems, grab our Phoenicia build. Anyways, hello everyone! Didn't say hello to everyone yet. Hello Isabel, hello Gimli, hello Ricardo, hello Nightmare, hello NASA, hello Siberian, hello Cookie, hello Jose, hello Tyron, hello Ricardo, hello Logic Slayer, hello Dronian, hello Analyst, hello Lester. You spent your gems on the bounty this week, so you have to finish it too. 15 matches to go. Nice. You're almost there then. Yeah, bounty loot can be pretty good. The double orb that it gives isn't as relevant these days, the double major. It used to be the absolute best way in the entire game to get major orbs. While it is still a good source of it, of course, Vault Weekends now are the absolute best. However, it is still worth pretty good value to throw it down, as it's still a pretty good rate for a wide range of resources. But you're mostly hoping to get lucky on those major orbs, as that's a good majority of where bounty loot comes from when you buy the bigger tiers. Also, hello Henry, hello Clipbomb, hello Imperial, hello Sushi Ninja. Let's see. You hope they make significant changes to Deep Delves? Yeah, they could definitely use some revamping. I haven't done a single one since like the weekend they came out. Like I think the first 2 days, or maybe just that one day when we were messing around with it a bunch, and then I kind of just like stopped doing them completely. There's really bad value. You don't even need to tweak too much to make them good value either. Oh, that's not what I wanted. That wouldn't hurt to use some Volkeys. I feel like we haven't been using Volkeys like at all. I want to do like a mega stream at some point soon and just throw down like 1,000 or something. Well, maybe not 1,000, because if we think about it, we could do about 2 per minute. Let's say 100 per hour. Even though technically what I just said is more than 100 per hour, but let's just say 100 per hour. That means to do 1,000 would take 10 hours. Do you think we could survive streaming Volkeys for 10 hours? Like literally nothing but opening 10 hours whole worth of Volkeys. Start to finish. Nothing else. Just opening Volkeys. I feel like the max I could do is like 3 to 5. Unless we get like absurdly lucky draws. Alright, we did that, we did that, we did that, we did that. And that is all the things! And of course, make sure to finish the campaign. Okay, now, it is time. Let's go farm Explore 12! We meet again. Oh yeah, we were messing around with the new mythic for Explore 12 last night, for any of you that didn't see. It's actually not that bad. It was still slower than running Zugov, like, you know, team we normally run, this one right here. But it was still good. Like, it was pretty solid. We were running it specifically with a spider build. Which I can go show the team again real quick, might as well. He's still on drop table, by the way. He will be, I didn't mention that when I was mentioning the other thing earlier. But he is still available every day this week up until Friday reset. So Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Those 4 days, he's still on drop table. And I highly advise getting him. He's among one of the better mythics in the entire game now. As well as the best mythic we've gotten in about a year and a half now, I would say. It's pretty strong. Where's the team? Where did I put the ting? Where did I put the team? Did I click on it and didn't even realize it? Where's the team? Hello? I know I saved it. Did I not? Where's my Skullsman version we just ran last night? Did I click on it and just didn't realize it? Very confused. Because that wasn't it. That's a weird Sparkinator build. Oh, there it is, Attack King. There it is. I knew it was around there somewhere. Yeah, this was the one. It's only one troop different than the one I showed on the video. It replaces out Hero for something way better than Hero. Which of course is specifically the Fist of Zorn. Mostly for the Empower Skull. Yeah, it's pretty quick. When it works correctly, it's pretty quick. The problem is, it has quicker quicks and slower slows compared to a Zugov build. But when it works, it works. Like, it works really well. The problem is, like, sometimes you get caught up on mana. Because we are basing our mana by, does Thrall find purple? Which sometimes he doesn't find purple. Also, sometimes Web Spinner dies. Which, for the very obvious reason, is exceedingly bad. Also, doesn't help if we keep missing every single cast. The struggle of not having Zugaf. Like, I get so used to Zugaf skull spam teams, where it's like, you throw down a bunch of skulls randomly and hope they hit, and then if you miss, like, oh well, they're only going to get like one skull. But then you use a non-Zugaf build, and it's like, oh, they're allowed to take more than one turn. Because with Zugaf, whenever you cast, like, there's almost no situation where they're taking more than one, because you're freezing literally their entire team, or everything that can be. And then you switch to like a normal skull team, and it's like, oh yeah, they have turns that they can do. I kind of forgot about that. Yeah, it's a pretty fun build. Like, it is such a good build that I wouldn't even mind using it sometimes instead of the normal Zugaf we use. It's actually that good. I still feel like this build's better though. Its max speed is slower, but its consistency is way, way, way absurdly higher. Who likes the new Underworld mechanic? Letting you unlock potions. Oh yeah, the new potions in Underworld's amazing. I wish that was just always a feature. It also makes catching up with Underworld so much easier too. Even though it's slightly unfortunate for people who already did pretty much all of them and spent like so many gems, it's going to be healthy for the long term in the game. Because now anyone can kind of get into the game and probably do the entirety of Underworld within a year if they wanted to. Before, you were starting to get time gated out of it because you were limited to like 3 per day. You know, while you could still do it for faction events, they were limited time when you could actually end up doing them. So you weren't able to necessarily always get the full amount of value. Like, you know, it was kind of like a slow kind of process over time. But now you can do them way quicker and even easier than ever, and with less gems than ever. Also, thank you, Mobarashi, for the support. Greatly appreciated. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Hello, Draco. Welcome. But yeah, Pure Factions 500 are easier than ever now. Not because they actually got any easier, but because, you know, you can run potions on them at any time. There's also, like, no rush with factions now. Like, they're quicker than ever, but there's also no rush in the sense that you don't have to worry about, like, a 3-day event or even a 1-day event. You don't need to do that anymore. Like, you still can if you want to, but it's not required to ever get factions done, which is nice. Because before, you were on, like, a really tight time limit, but now you can pretty much do them whenever you want at your leisure, as long as you have the upgrades for them. We're working on your first one now? Nice. Yeah, the first one feels nice to finally get done. Once you get one done, you can pretty much get almost all of them done, though. Because most of them play out relatively similarly. Like, obviously, every single faction is quite a bit different. But, like, once you have the stats and everything to take out one, it's more so just applying that to everything else and then doing similar. Some of them do have some really, really, really annoying mechanics, though. Mostly the really luck-based ones. Probably the absolute worst is Loraz's Lair. If I had to say which one is like probably my least favorite faction, it's either that one or the one that has that transform legend, where every single thing in the kingdom transforms, and all of them transform to the legend, and the legend transform randomly between all of them. That one and Loraz's Lair are so absurdly annoying. Loraz's Lair might be slightly easier than the other one, though. The problem with the other one is the enemy actually gains more of a benefit from transforming back and forth than you do. But Loraz's Lair, as long as you get like attack steal on that yellow-purple thing, that has like the silence attack steal thing. Like, as long as you get the attack steal and silence relatively at the correct times, based on pure RNG, like, it's not that bad. Oh, I had to do that. I already had the win condition. I do that so often. Where we literally have the thing on the board to win, and then I'm like, nope, let's go for mana. At least it's better than the AI casting Thrall like 5 times in a row. sure loves to spam Theratos for sure. Yeah, the Raz's lair is really bad. Oh no, I would arguably say that you could definitely make the argument that it is the worst faction in the entire game. It's either the absolute worst or very exceedingly close to it, as far as a pure faction is concerned. He's actually going through the Delves kind of easy. It's more so the pure faction that's in Nightmare. Oh, so why not a code when we get an Arania or higher on a chest? How about that? Because we got a lot of shiny codes to go hand out. She gives us a pretty big batch this month. Though we're going to need it because 100th Guild Wars this month. It's probably the biggest thing happening in Gems of War this month. And we're supposedly getting a new kingdom. I'll believe it when I see it. But supposedly we're getting a new kingdom. And the 100th Guild Wars this month. Three Orpheuses. Technically, that's an Arania if you combine them together. Hope they'll give you better rewards for the 100th Guild War. I'm not even sure if they're aware if it's the 100th Guild War. The 100th. Like, they didn't realize when 1,000 troops came into the game. So I'm pretty sure they won't realize when the 100th Guild War is. Honestly, I feel like most people wouldn't if it wasn't for the fact that our channel actually keeps track of that, particularly. Because I'm not sure anywhere else that's actually keeping track of Guild War number. Yeah, my guild was actually the guild that won the very first Guild War ever, at least on PC Mobile as well. It's probably the guild's biggest achievement as far as within the game. We were the very first Guild War win. Obviously nowadays we're in like bracket 3 or 4. But we did win the very ever first Guild War. First place. 99 Guild Wars ago. I think we've mentioned that almost every single time. It's a fun achievement to have, though. Yo, these days we're pretty average at Guild War. Mostly because I don't even remotely try to kick people off of Guild War. I did use back in the day, you know, back when we were like ultra competitive for Guild War. But I don't think I've kicked anyone because of Guild War for like 2 years now, maybe 3 years. It's been like forever since we kicked someone due to Guild War score. The meta has also become way more annoying for stuff like that. Like back in the day, double empower didn't really exist because there's barely even enough troops to run a proper one empower team, let alone double. And some annoying things didn't even exist at the time. Like I'm not even sure Arachne Weaver even existed, or if it had its buff that made it good yet. Because Arachne Weaver actually got a buff at one point that made it from, like, decent to, like, absurd. Because it used to summon not Web Spinner, if I'm not mistaken, and then it started doing Web Spinner. I think it was going to be Tomb Spider instead. It used to be a way lower percent chance, and then it got moved to 75%. I believe it used to be, like, a 24 cost and was moved to 20. Like, I'm not sure why, but they did, like, 3 to 4 buffs to it. What's kind of funny is they've actually never nerfed Weaver, Arachne Weaver. It's kind of weird because they buffed it as much as Famine back in the day, which got like a billion buffs and then became way too broken. But with Famine, they brought him down with like 2 or 3 times, like nerfing him. Weaver, they did the same thing where they buffed it like crazy and then never toned it down. It just still as broken as it was back then. But it wasn't always that broken. Like Arachnean Weaver, when it first came out, was actually considered a bad mythic. Because a lot of what it had that is good now, it didn't have before. It was almost under the category of, not quite, but it was almost under the category of those troops that were just like way too hard to get a kill with. Like for example, Wolf Garrick and stuff like that. Where it's like if you did get a kill with it, it was decent value, but it was just too hard to align. It was a little bit better than that, but there was a point where it was almost under that category of troop. Kind of like the useless tank category of mythic. Kind of like one of those categories, because there's a category of mythic that's like, it wants to get a kill, but it isn't good enough at getting a kill to bother getting a kill. Where basically, they have almost no value if they don't get a kill. Like, Weaver was almost in that category. Like, way back when it first came out. Because, of course, even still now, Weaver still wants to, obviously, secure kills. Because he gets a billion explosions. But it used to be, like, near mandatory to do it, otherwise you'd get so little value from it. Because that was basically the only reason it was used before. But then it got, like, the Web Spinner summon, and then it just became absolutely insane. Once it got Web Spinner summoned. I needed that mana. You got your first faction done too, and since Sunken Fleet, just needed the Pure faction done. You did that one too, but now you really short on the money upgrade for the Horde level. Yeah, it can take a while to get all the treasure to upgrade stuff. That's going to be the big issue now, because if you want every potion effect, you need a level 175. You get most of them by 130. But 175 is for all the unique potion effects, not counting power. Because power is just more stats effectively, so it's not actually anything unique necessarily. But yeah, 175 is when you get the last unique one, specifically Barrier All Allies, which is obviously really good. What about webbing enemies? Web Spinner used to not have the ability to web enemies. That was changed about 3 or 4 years ago. It used to only ever do triple damage to poison. And then out of nowhere, they gave it also the ability to do it to webbed. Why did this? I do not know. But it was one of a few things that made Weaver more broken than ever. That was actually the last thing that was buffed on Weaver. And it wasn't even Weaver necessarily getting buffed itself. It was, you know, Web Spinner getting buffed. But yeah, I still don't understand to this day why they did that. Because they made an already good troop into one of the best skull damagers in the entire game. That is still one of the best skull damagers in the entire game. Multiple years later. Did you have a good lunch and stream? Oh yeah, I did. I had a soup with a sandwich. Turkey with bacon and mayo. So I definitely need to rest up tonight. The video tomorrow morning might be a little bit later. Not like late. But I don't think I'm going to stay up to record it. I'm probably going to like head to bed like soon after the stream, I think. Like, sometimes I stay up to record it. But I know for sure if I try doing that tonight, I will crash before 3 a.m. hits to go record it. So I'm probably just going to try to get to bed early and try to wake up at like 4 or 5. And then just start getting to it. Because I'll crash by like 4 if I try staying up tonight. 100%. Oh, what about the Pokemon Unite dailies? Yeah, it only takes like 20-30 minutes. Like, they're quicker than the Gems of War dailies sometimes. Something I wish I could say about Puzzle Quest 3. Fortunately, not the case. Also, we have not gotten a single good Mimic chest this entire stream somehow. I said we'd hand out a code when we get a Rainy or higher. We still have not gotten a Rainy or higher since then. Or even at all, to begin with. Also, thank you, Roman, for the $5 tip. Greatly appreciated. Thank you. Also, hello, Roman. Hope all's been well. Hope you had a good weekend. And welcome, welcome. I'll get us enough red. And that's why I waited. I had a feeling we'd have a sculpt there. There's too many there to not go for it. Really? None? How do we not have a single thing there? Come on, good drop. That is not a good drop at all. They're just getting worse. He stole all the good drop table from us. Yeah, Isabel, that's funny. Yeah, when we do the one for the legendary birds, I actually love that song so much more. The one that it has for it. We'll probably do that next weekend. Because I don't want to keep doing the same one because it's going to get way too boring. If you thought that was tedious, imagine doing it again. I will probably still be catching him like we were doing earlier. Just not on stream. But we're going to do it for each different ones to at least keep it a bit different. The method for the birds are a lot different as well anyways. If we get lucky enough, we can actually get them all done in one stream. Because the chance of it happening is way higher than the other one. Oddly enough. Have you got any cursed gnomes this weekend? Yeah, a couple. I want to say 3 of them? Like 2 or 3. Like, there's definitely some amount above 1, I know that for sure. But I believe we got 2 or 3. It's not a Gnome weekend or anything, we just happen to get that many. Though next weekend is a Gnome weekend. Yeah, we randomly found a few this weekend. Or at least this week, I'm not sure if they were all this weekend. But during this week we've gotten at least 2 or 3. The most recent one was 11 shard drop, I remember specifically. I'm not sure why, but I do remember it. The team we used is the reason I remember. I don't remember what team I was using while I did it, though. Yeah, it is Diamond Day today. Every Sunday is always Diamond Day. Best time to throw down the 50 gem thing for the Sunday. It gives you 80 diamonds back. Even if that was the only thing it did, it would be worth it. But it also gives you 2 gem keys, which is pretty much half the value already. And it gives you a free Celestial. Or, you know, it costs 50 gems, but, you know, it's basically free on top of all the other value. Yeah, it's insanely good value. Too bad it's not the value you get from it every day. It's only on Sundays. It's still okay value to do it every day if you still need diamonds. But, it has the absolute best one on Sunday if you only want to do it for 1 of the 7. Or it depends if you want to spend the 300 gems to get the other 5 days. I would say it's normally worth it, though. As long as you have at least a few thousand gems, and you still want to get that extra pinch of diamonds, I would say it's worth doing it every single day. There's never a single situation where it's not worth doing it on Sunday. Even if you just made a count literally on Sunday, and you just unlocked Soulforge, and you only have 50 gems left, and literally would have 0 otherwise, it is still worth throwing the 50 gems down to go get the diamond thing on Sunday. It is that good a value. It could literally be your last 50 gems, and it would be worth it. Is he not dead yet? At this point, might as well just go for mana. Why are you 1 mana short? There you go. Give us that little bit of mana. I should probably just went for the purple there. Luckily we got lucky. No, he froze us! Oh, I hate that mechanic so much. I wish that thing did not reside here. Like, every time that happens, oh, well, I could have just won. Whoops. I wish we would just farm in a different location. But there's annoying mechanics in almost every location. Like, at least one of them. That's the main annoying one here. Sir Gawain, if he randomly gets a summon. And, that mechanic we just had with the freeze there. But if anyone has any question or anything you want to go over, do let me know. Make sure to do so. And as a last reminder, 2 things. Don't forget to get Rope Dart. This is the last couple hours to go get Rope Dart. You do not want to leave this week without it. Aside from that, don't forget to finish the campaign. I'm pretty sure anyone who wanted to finish campaign already did. But yeah, definitely don't forget Rope Dart. Oh, also don't forget the new weapon. There was a new weapon that came out during the patch. I probably should have reminded everyone last night. I didn't realize this till later on Friday because, well, it wasn't even available until Friday for whatever reason. But we were supposed to on Monday have gotten a new weapon for the faction, the one that was added in version 6.3, though they forgot and it wasn't added until Friday. It is now past that time, so you can go get it. So if you haven't gotten that yet, you might want to consider it. It's mostly for people later in the game because the weapon's completely useless. But if you need it for completionist purposes, it was only available starting this Friday. And I think I said on Monday, like, that's not here this week. Like I was talking about mentioning it in the Monday video, but of course it wasn't actually in the game. But it is now. That's this weapon over here. The Shadow Hunter's Claw. This is one of 6 new weapons added in version 6.3. And this is the first one that's been available in Soulforge. You can get it for free just by crafting it. It was supposed to be in since Monday, but it wasn't added till Friday. So if you haven't gotten it, you might want to. It's not a good weapon. It's completely useless, but you know, if you need it for completionist sake. But if you're looking to craft something, Rope Dart's the way to go, obviously. Rope Dart's so good. It's one of the best weapons in the game. Or among them. How do you get it? You just do it in Soulforge. It's a standard, just epic cost. It's a really cheap weapon because it's epic as well. If you don't get it now, you have to wait all the way till next Pride Lands event, which isn't too big a deal because it's a pretty, you know, pointless weapon. Oh, we got a Mimic? Can we finally get a good drop? Okay, we'll hand out a code. We found a Mimic, even if we don't get a good token here. We somehow have been so dry on good tokens all stream. But who knows, maybe we'll get a Horde Mimic in this. Could you imagine? Definitely very possible. Definitely want it to be so. Come on. Oh! It can happen. Also, I probably should have changed my team. But it can happen. It's the one. We already got the one, but it could be the 2. What do we need here? Let's throw that down. Probably should have taken blue there first. No, I'm actually just gonna take purple. Horde Mimic, round 2. You know we gotta troll people on defend if we get a second. I want to see that or Nisha or Anu. Oh, at least we got 10. 10 Orpheuses, 5 guard. That could have been way better, but I'll take it. It's still a whole medal of Orpheus. 3 badges. 3 badges on a single screen. Anyways, let me update my number. Mimic counter, boom. Why does the mimic counter not show up? I can still update it. It says 78 to 12. I'm not sure why it's not showing up though. Which makes no sense. Like that one's showing up. Why doesn't the other one show up? That's so weird. What if I inverted their numbers? What if I made this one the new one? I could always do that. What if I just reverted the numbers? Like I take this guy's number, put this over here, take this guy's number, put that over there, and then boom, we have a correct number now. I'm not sure why the other one doesn't want to show up, but there we go. If this one will, I'll just use that as my number. There we go. There's the correct number. And now the one where we got the actual Horde Mimic at is the placeholder. Yeah, 78 2 times and 12 5 times as of right now. There we go. Oh yeah, let me go hand out a code. Definitely gotta hand out a code for that. Still, we have not gotten better than Arania. Though theoretically, 15 Orpheus medals or badges, I mean tokens. I'll say the right term eventually. But technically that many tokens is better than Arania. However, it's still not an Arania. Let's see. Trying to find the code section. Why is it hiding on me today? Alright, there we go. And let me go put into chat so you guys can see it. It's hitting a loading screen. Grab the whole link so you get the link as well. And there you guys go. Use it on gemsofwar.com underneath the game code section. Your invite code you found in your settings menu. Whatever game says right over there is what we put in for your invite code. Redeem codes right over there in chat. Copy paste random numbers and letters under RC. And give same order as always: 2 treasure maps, 1 gem key, 200 souls, and 2,500 gold. Enjoy, everyone. And there it is. Well, I don't think we're going to be able to top that for a chest, but we'll keep going. But then again, we kind of can easily. Can we get our rainy or higher? Because we still haven't this stream. Somehow find a found time 5 times, but still can't find a single epic or higher rarity medal. Oh, why'd I take that? That was exactly 13 if I didn't. Luckily we got off a sky, so it didn't really matter. Yep, no problem, everyone. And as NASA mentioned, definitely feel free to leave a like on the stream. Helps a lot and is greatly appreciated. If you guys still have any other questions or anything you want me to go over, do let me know as well. And tomorrow we'll have the video up on all the weekly stuff, of course, as per usual. And of course, Vault Weekend this weekend, if you have spare time for it. Best time to be farming in the game. Though the week's pretty uneventful other than Monday. Like, all of next week is all on Monday and the weekend. Nothing new's happened on the weekend, but it's Vault Weekend. And everything new that's happening next week's pretty much all happening on Monday. Because we're getting the new Tower of Doom weapon. We're getting the new Legend and Event Key drop table. That's actually not bad. And we're getting the new Standard Glory trip that we get every week. So Monday and Friday are like the 2 big days. Well, the Monday and the whole weekend. With Monday being the only day that really brings anything new. Any good Suncrest weapons? Yes. Generally, either the 2 to run in triple finesse team. Either the one that boosts based on the kingdom, or the other one that boosts based on Strix. That does the double color. Like, you want to have at least one of those weapons. You don't necessarily need all of them. But one of the ones that can kind of synergize with like a triple finesse isn't that bad. I'd probably say the exploding one's probably the best one. Compared to the double one. But either or is still good. Because there's Nimbus Bow and whatever the explodey one's called. Nimbus Bow's the double one based on Strix. The other ones like explode and boost everything that's Strix or something. Is Wild King good? Very good. Like, insanely good. We were running him for Explorer earlier, too. Also covered a video on him on Friday. Yeah, he's really good. We'll show him right here. Where's my team? I need to make sure not to delete it. Honestly, I almost want to cover a whole video just on this team. It's pretty much a team I already mentioned in the video with only 1 troop change. But, gosh, does that 1 troop change make a difference? I was considering it running like this earlier initially too, and I didn't for the video at the time. But then we did for the stream, and gosh, was it good. Definitely did what it needed to do. Unfortunately, really bad start. Really bad example of this team. Once we get it going, it just kind of wins. Okay, let's see. We're a little short on mana. Yeah, we're going to have to die on Web Spinner. It's a little unfortunate. Not ideal. Horrible example of this team. That is one issue this team does have, though. Its slower matches are a bit slower than the normal slow you'd have. You're just really dependent on getting that good early Thrall. When it doesn't, it falls behind a little. When it does, though, it wins so quick. It really... It just loves giving me double Arania Orpheus today. I mean, a double Orpheus guard, I meant to say. Because that's what we got off for 5 times chest to stream as well. Though obviously the 5 times version of it. Yeah, look at how much damage that is. When it works, it just melt instantly. It's pretty nice. Hey, you must have done a lot of walking for Pokemon Go. Hey, how did Pokemon Go Fest go? How many shinies did you get total? I got 0 this weekend. It's not true. I technically got an Eevee on Thursday night, which is kind of this weekend, I guess. That is literally the only one, though. Let's see. They also haven't really been hunting. Tried catching Calyrex in a weird way today, though. That one thing from Sword and Shield. He did not want to go in the ball, though. He did 5 times, but it was actually kind of funny. I was breaking down the math, and the chance of getting him, which is one of the reasons I might not actually be doing it, but the chance of getting the exact Calyrex I was looking for was pretty much the exact same odds as getting a Horde Mimic in Gems of War. Like, it came out to about 1 in 62 caught would end up being one. And the interval between when they were caught is about the same interval that you would get a chest in Gems of War. So basically, like, this exact counter right there would have been like our exact same thing for the other game. So it was like nearly identical difficulty to getting a Horde Mimic. I'll take that over. And of course we were unsuccessful, as you would kind of expect with those odds. Let's see, I'll take that over, take that over. Though we did get 5 rolls, if nothing else. Which is probably more 2 times chests than we would have found in that time. Because I feel like a 2 times chest could take like 2 or 3 hours sometimes. Though we did get Lucky District, if nothing else. With the good old 5 times. Yeah, honestly, I can see me using this as my new, not my permanent new, but like my alternating we need a break from Zugoff build. This isn't a replacement to Zugoff. More so the we've been running Zugoff for hours, let's change something. Or maybe not hours, but for like tens of minutes. This is going to be the, let's not use Zugoff build. I'll take this not a Zugoff build, but you know what I mean. Like the alternative, when we get tired of using Zugoff but still want to do Explore 12. If nothing else, I might, I don't think I'm going to cover a video only for this mythic. But I kind of want to cover him in the Monday video. Because I don't think I'm going to bother doing a whole video just dedicated to that. But throwing in a Monday video, now that could work. I was gonna say, where's my win condition? We should have it somewhere there. That's so much damage. We had enough to kill like 12 units in a row there without losing our turn. As far as how much damage we had left. The bad part is when you don't get purple though. So this kingdom has a purple converter thingy. If I get lucky, he'll do and give us purple pretty much immediately. I know my web spinner, I needed that. Catch you later, Ricardo. Thanks for stopping by. Hey, finally, we got an Arania. Is this serious? Have I just not noticed? Or is this the first Arania we've gotten all stream or higher? Because that's actually kind of sad. Like, we got a 15 Orpheus drop before we got a single Arania or higher. Though technically 15 Orpheus is obviously higher than that, but still. From a rarity standpoint. As far as the actual base metal itself. I didn't realize we were frozen. It's so annoying. Him and Sir Gawain. Like, the only two that do anything even remotely annoying here for the most part. Well, when they do, it is so annoying. Especially when they're together like that. Because then you have both the annoying mechanics combined. How are you not dead? Oh, I never buffed my damage to that. No, I did. How are you not dead? Here, have some skull. So I think we might make this the last chest we go for now. But overall, pretty successful. We found it 5 times. Got a whole Orpheus from it. And a little bit of other loot along the way. A lot of low rarity ones this time, though. But they add up. Oh, so we got a lot next Monday, tomorrow. Like, everything that's happening next week's all happening on Monday. Like, if you ignore that's a Vault weekend, every single thing that's happening next week is Monday. We have Tower of Doom, we have the new weapon, we have 2 new troops, one of which is actually really good. Well, not really, really good, but you know. Like, it's definitely going to be usable. Curious to see which one will actually get more usage. Stormcaller Hero class or the new Yellow Storm one. Because the benefit of using the new troop, I do feel like the new troop is slightly weaker than Stormcaller. But the benefit to using the new troop instead of Stormcaller is it doesn't count as your hero. So you can still set a different hero while still running Perpetual Yellow as of tomorrow. Which is something that has actually not been possible till tomorrow. Because the only way to have done it prior was Stormcaller. But now you can do it off a troop. So now you can run a yellow related weapon on hero and not have to run Stormcaller. Obviously, generally, if you want that, you would still run Stormcaller if you really needed it for hero. But you don't have to anymore now, starting tomorrow. Yeah, that'll be an event key drop table. Also, if you haven't already, it doesn't show here because I already have it, but all the way to the left of resources, if you go under shop and in resources, you can buy 10 event keys per week. If you didn't do that yet, make sure to do that. Because you can buy 10 now and then another 10 when the week rolls over. And then you'll have 20 to go through it down. It only costs 180 glory each, 1,800 total. Which, in the current state of games, that's not that much glory to end up throwing down for it. So, definitely worth considering. But anyways, guys. We'll have the Monday video up at some point early tomorrow, hopefully. Probably going to be going to bed really soon and just waking up. So, we'll record it once we end up getting up. Aside from that, definitely don't forget to finish out campaign. You still have a few more hours to go finish that out, specifically, what, 6-ish? Yeah, 5 and, yeah, pretty much 6. Don't forget to get Rope Dart if you haven't already gotten Rope Dart. One of the best weapons in the game. It's available for another 6 hours or so. Also, if you didn't get it, if you're later in the game, This is the first time Shadow Hunter's Claw is available. This is a new weapon added in version 6.3. It's the first of the 6 that we've been able to get. It was supposed to be in at the drop table on Monday, but it wasn't added till Friday. So if you didn't end up picking this up earlier this week, or on Friday or Saturday, the last 2 days, or today, make sure to do so now if you're doing it for completion's sake. It's a really useless weapon, but if you're trying to get every weapon in the game, you won't be able to get this for at least like another half a year to a year if you don't get it right now, which probably won't be too big a deal, but still should probably get it if you can, if you have the resources for it. And I believe that's everything. Anyways, guys, we'll catch you soon. Hope you all have a wonderful week, and we'll cover the video over the weekly stuff as soon as we can. Goodbye, everyone, and thanks for watching.